Hello and welcome back to ROADTRIpVIA, the once-a-day road trip trivia quiz. Today's episode, day number 187 of the 365-day trivia road trip. Today we have a 21-question random knowledge trivia quiz. There's 20 questions all at once up front, and then a question 21 tiebreaker at the very end of this episode if you need to stick around for that. And my face has fully healed from yesterday's trip to the dentist, so today we should get through this with less drooling. Question number 1. Often occurring around late January, what is the name of the address that the President of the United States gives to Congress each year, advising them on the current conditions of the country? The answer is the State of the Union address. Question number 2. Which building in the Vatican City is famous in part for its decorated interior, most particularly the ceiling, which was painted by the Italian painter, sculptor, and architect Michelangelo? We're looking for the name of the building. The answer is the Sistine Chapel. Question number 3. Atropos cuts the thread of life, Lachesis decides how long it's supposed to be, and Clotho spins the thread. What is the collective name for these Greek goddesses? Collectively, they are known as the Fates. Question number 4. 2 answers are required. 2 of Harry Potter's least favorite people are his potions instructor and the animagus who hid as Scabbers after betraying Harry's parents. What are the names of these 2 characters? The answer is Severus Snape and Peter Pettigrew. Question number 5. Batteries are often measured by these. What is the term for the unit of measurement named after an Italian scientist that measures potential energy across the terminals of a battery? The answer is a volt. Question number 6. What is the name of the 1875 Gilbert and Sullivan comic opera whose title designates the right that is guaranteed by the 6th and 7th Amendments to the United States Constitution? They share a name. What is the name of this Gilbert and Sullivan comic opera? The answer is Trial by Jury. Question number 7. This 1985 Steven Spielberg film featured Whoopi Goldberg in her breakthrough role as Celie Harris, and the story follows 40 years of her life. What is the title of this film that was nominated for 10 Academy Awards but did not win any? The answer is The Color Purple. Question number 8. Both of these geographical features are located just south of Cape Cod, Massachusetts. What is the name of the sound that shares its name with an island that was a popular 19th century whaling hub? So we're looking at the shared name of the sound and the island. The answer is Nantucket. Question number 9. Used in the field of architecture for an arched ceiling or roof, what is this term that may also be used to describe a fortified room used for the safekeeping of valuables? The term we're looking for is vault. Vault fits both definitions. Question number 10. Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny is now in theaters. What was the name of the second movie in this franchise that was released in 1984 and takes Indy, Short Round, and nightclub singer Willie Scott on an adventure to India? The second movie was titled Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom. Question 11. This term means intensity of effect. A large army or a group of armed men such as police, or to compel someone to do something. What is the name of this quantity that according to Newton's second law is equal to mass times acceleration? The term we're looking for is force. Question number 12. The Richter scale is used to measure the severity of earthquakes, and the Fujita scale measures the intensity of tornadoes. What is the name of the scale in geology that measures the hardness of rocks and other minerals? This scale is called the Mohs scale. Question 13. When two animals live together, it is called symbiosis. When the smaller organism hurts the larger one, the smaller one is often called a parasite, while the larger organism is known as a what? The parasite feeds off the host. Host is the answer. Question number 14. Its name is a homophonic title of a popular Tim Burton movie. What is the name of this supergiant star with a distinctly reddish color that was born near Orion's belt but is now near Orion's right shoulder? This supergiant star is Betelgeuse. Question number 15. They call their group the Joy Luck Club, and in the 1989 novel of the same name, written by Amy Tan, the four mothers meet at the First Chinese Baptist Church in San Francisco and agree to continue to meet to play what popular 19th century game? This game is Mahjong. Question number 16. The original title of this novel was The Fireman. However, Ray Bradbury and his publishers thought that The Fireman was a boring title, so they called a local fire station and asked what temperature paper burned at, and used what temperature in the title instead. Instead of The Fireman, you know this book as Fahrenheit 451. 451 was the number. Question number 17. The film takes place around 1913 to 1921 and revolves around the life of a young African-American waitress, Tiana. a hardworking woman who saves every penny in hopes of one day opening her own restaurant. In what U.S. city is Disney's The Princess and the Frog set in? The answer is New Orleans. Question number 18. On May 24th, 1844, Samuel Morse dispatched the first telegraphic message over an experimental line from Washington, D.C. to Baltimore. What was this 4-word message taken from Numbers 23:23 in the Bible? The first phrase ever telegraphed was, "What hath God wrought?" Question number 19. In the early 1800s, what was the name of the event that was occurring in U.S. history that Sacagawea, the young daughter of a Shoshone Indian chief, was very closely associated with? Sacagawea was essential to the Lewis and Clark expedition. And question 20. The shot heard round the world is a phrase that refers to the opening shot of which battle on April 19, 1775, which began the American Revolutionary War and led to the creation of the United States of America? The shot heard round the world was in Lexington. And technically that battle spilled over into nearby Concord. Lexington was what I was looking for. Concord is acceptable. And that is it for today. Thank you for watching today's episode of Road TRIpVIA. Check back tomorrow for episode number 188. And thank you for bearing with me yesterday after the dentist. I had a lot of nice comments that said you couldn't really tell that I was struggling, but on this end, it was miserable to record that episode. So that's what I get for waiting till the very last second to record anything. I should be doing these a few days ahead of time, but I just get lazy and get behind. So sorry we had to put up with that. Thank you for your nice comments. Much better today. Let's get on with question 21, the tiebreaker for today. According to the Old Testament book of Genesis in the Bible, exactly how many human beings rode out the worldwide flood in the giant wooden ark built by Noah? We know Noah was there. Noah was married, so Noah and his wife, and then their 3 sons and their wives, for a total of 8. 8 people rode out the flood in the ark. Whichever player got closest to that wins the point. And if it was a tiebreaker, they win the whole dang match. Congratulations. See you tomorrow.